Welcome back to Cook and Unwind. Today we are going to be making my special beef curry recipe, and it's really, really good. So if you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button because I have so much more in store for you all. I don't want to waste any more time. Let's jump right in. All right, so first I'm going to take this chuck beef and I'm going to chop it into 1-inch pieces. So then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of peanut oil into the saucepan. And then next I'm just going to dump all of this in. I'm going to turn this on medium low. So turn your burner on medium low and then dump in your chuck beef. All right, and then once this heats up a little bit, what I'm going to do is I'm going to saute it. But for now, I'm going to just sprinkle in a little bit of black pepper, not a lot. Just want to sprinkle some in. And salt is optional. I will be adding salt, but I'm going to add the salt after I saute it a little bit. So once my burner heats up, I'm gonna just saute it. All right, it has begun to heat up, so I'm gonna just stir it around some. Okay, and I'm also going to sprinkle in some liquid smoke to give it a little bit of a smoky grill flavor. All right, so now that it's browned, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle on just a little bit of salt. This is about 1 teaspoon of salt. And you wanna just sprinkle it on, and you don't even wanna sprinkle all of it on. Only sprinkle about half of a teaspoon on there. And then give it a quick stir. And notice that the meat is still a little bit pink. And that's fine because you're gonna let this simmer for a little while. Next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add about 1/4 of a white onion that's been chopped. Then 2 cloves of garlic and about 2 inches worth of ginger chopped. Next, I am going to add 5 teaspoons of curry powder, and that's teaspoons. And then 3 tablespoons of Garam Masala. And lastly, pour in 1 can of coconut milk. And like I said, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but this recipe is super simple. It's very delicious. It's so delicious. And it's easy. It's not a lot of active time. So it's more so you're just going to cover this and then you're just going to let it cook or let it simmer until the meat is fully cooked through. So now I'm just going to cover it. And I'm going to turn it to about medium heat because you want to bring it to a little bit of a simmer and then you're just going to let it cook. And I do recommend making some rice. It tastes really good when you top it on rice or you put it on top of rice. So it goes good with rice, white rice, brown rice, whatever type of rice you like. And it's normally served with non-flat bread. All right. So it's been about an hour and a half, and I'm just gonna go ahead and check on it. I already pretty much turned it off, but let's look at let's look at the curry. Look at that. I'm smiling so hard. Oh my goodness. It smells so good. It smells so, so good. And I'm gonna go ahead and I just want to taste a piece. So don't mind me. It's so moist. It's so moist. And it's delicious. The last thing that I do before I plate it is I just sprinkle on a little bit of seasoned salt, because I didn't add a lot of salt in this during the entire time I was making the dish for a reason. You should sprinkle it on last when you're dealing with beef, any form of beef or steak, because otherwise it would literally just absorb all the moisture from the meat. So just sprinkle it on last, just a little bit of seasoned salt. And that is a wrap for how to make my delicious, and I mean delicious, beef curry.